Yeah, you can just skate. Okay, see this, guys? This was pouring up over my car, and you see how this is continuously dripping all over the place? That's fuel. That is fuel dripping from my car. So we're gonna pop this and see what the fuck's going on. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's not good. That is not good. So that is a fuel leak. That is a fuel leak right there. Oh my god. Fuel fucking everywhere. Look at this. Oh my god. Everywhere. Yeah, so you guys can see the fuel all over the hood, and it was coming out of here, and I noticed it down here before, and I thought it was oil, and I'm like, oh god, there's oil, like what the fuck's going on here? Yeah, so I'm actually pretty shocked. So yeah, this is totally loose actually. This is, look at that. That's like loose coming off. And of course I took my tools out. Gonna have to get somebody to bring me something to fix this with. I literally just need a screwdriver right now, which funny enough I just didn't bring my tools with me because I took them out of the car for autocross. We're just coming to the skate park, and Helen's like, oh, I think I smell fuel, you know? And I really didn't think anything of it. But yeah, there's a lot of fuel. So that could have been really, really bad. I'm actually gonna get something to soak this up with. Luckily, fuel will dry up a decent amount, so it's not super harmful, but I'm gonna try to get it off the paint and stuff. But the good news is it's not oil, so that's good. I don't know what I'm gonna figure something out. Hang on. All right, so let me put the visors up here. Crisis averted. My parents actually live like literally 10-15 minutes that way, so it's not even worth trying to, like, you know, get somebody else to come. So my dad's just gonna bring me a screwdriver and some towels or something to kind of soak up the fuel, and I'm gonna get that fixed up and ready to go. It's actually a little bit colder than I thought it is out. My intent today, I actually brought my camera equipment, and I was gonna make a video on real-time flashes versus like actually reflashing your computer on your car through the access port while Helen is over at the skate park. However, I think I should deal with this first. But the good news is, if I can show you guys real quick, it was literally spewing fuel up over here, but down here, you can even see all the fuel kind of going to this side. Actually, I initially thought it was some type of oil leak up here, like where the timing was, or something from the coolant bottle, something of that nature. I didn't think that it would be this hanging on here. Oh, see, you can see it. I just pulled it and a little bit more came out. I didn't think it was that, but it didn't smell like fuel. It smelled like oil. It didn't smell like coolant, but you know, Subies, you know, coolant could be, you know, laced with fuel or laced with oil or something like that, you know, head gasket issues. But so luckily it is not the oil, which would have been really bad, and which is what I initially thought it was. I kind of wrote it off as, you know, maybe somebody in front of me was spewing something out, but then when I was driving, I actually saw, you can see some spots on here, but it was actually coming up over the hood into my field of view. And I was like, okay, we just need to get somewhere to stop right now. So I went ahead, and it was actually dripping out. I showed you guys it was dripping. So I just opened the hood, and fuel was basically pouring out of there. So I'd have to look, but it's probably all inside the engine there. So as you can tell, I'm just kind of like, oh, you know, like it was just a little bit much of just, we thought we were gonna come out and just shoot a video or something, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm gonna get my dad to come. He's just gonna bring some screwdrivers. And number two, I'm totally gonna put my tools back in my car, because I'm not even joking. I keep all tools in my car, like autocrossing, driving 3 hours and stuff like that to and from places. I keep a lot of tools in my car, pretty much everything, to fix everything that I can. I took all that out because I figured, oh, I'm not going that far. I don't need those things in my car. And I literally took them out. I think this is the first time I've driven the car since then. So I'm never taking that bucket of tools out of my car again. Literally all I need is a screwdriver, and I don't have a screwdriver on me. I know that sounds completely ridiculous, being mechanically inclined and whatnot, that I pretty much am. But I just need a screwdriver is what I need. I'm sure I could finagle something up, but this is just going to be easier. Just a Phillips head screwdriver. But yeah, so hopefully he'll be here in a little bit. Alright, so obviously I made it home, which is a good thing. The car did not burn down or anything, but I just kind of popped the hood. I want to show you what was actually happening and why it happened and how you can kind of prevent it on your car if this ever happens to you. Over the summertime, I actually had this fuel filter replaced. I had this sitting around for a couple months, and I asked the shop that was doing the inspection to go ahead and just put that on for me. They said this line was actually stuck. So this is a new line. These clamps are, I believe, are the old clamps, but they work very well. Just the stock Subaru clamps, they work very well. They went ahead and reused those, tightened everything down. No problems. Honestly, I raced on the car for, 5-6 more events after that, I think, somewhere around there, I think. And I'd driven it other times too. And I guess just since the temperature change and it's been getting a lot colder outside, it's like 40 degrees, I think, today. That's when I noticed, just that fuel smell. And I figured there's actually a recall on this model of the fuel lines down here. They go to the injectors and fuel rails and all that good stuff. I never had it done. It only seems to happen. You'll get a few drops of fuel then, nothing major, nothing that would really cause any issues when it's really, really cold. We're talking like below zero cold out. And I've only had that happen to me maybe like twice, From this, you can tell this is literally, it's stained. This is not, it's not wet or anything. And that's not lighting either. That is literally, it is stained kind of black there from the fuel. So whatever, this is all buttoned up now. There's no fuel leaking anywhere in here. It smells a lot better. There's still just a little bit of smell of fuel. The only thing I noticed is my washer sprayer is not working. I went to spray off my windshield because it was actually, it was coming out and it was spraying up on my windshield, the fuel, and that's when I noticed it. And I went ahead and tried to, after I cleaned everything up, I went to use the windshield wiper, the sprayer, and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, did I reconnect that or anything? And it's reconnected. It's just not working at this point. So funny enough, kind of what happened was my dad came and all I needed was a Phillips head screwdriver and some napkins, which he brought, and we soaked it up and I tightened it, and that was it, and it worked fine. Typically, I bring all these tools with me to autocross. If you've ever come to autocross with me, especially this year, I keep this bin down here is usually full of tools. I bring my torque wrenches with me. This bag is full of stuff, but I laid all of my tools out here, and I just figured, I'm not going to need these. I'll have my big toolbox here. I have some other stuff to do here. This is for Helen's car, actually. But I figured I don't need that stuff with me. I'll just be a normal person and drive my car around without all these tools in it. Because I'm not really going that far, and I don't even daily drive it anymore. I just felt like, I don't need these, And sure enough, I just needed a screwdriver. So I guess just a kind of public service announcement type of thing is just keep some tools in your tool bag, in your car, in your trunk. Just some basic stuff. Literally, I just needed a Phillips head screwdriver. Could have saved the day on this one. But either way, my dad was, he's like 10-15 minutes away, and it took him nothing to come there. So thank you. Thank you for coming to help me out, Dad. But yeah, everything's buttoned up here, and I think everything's gonna be good. Probably should have just, when I started smelling that, and I should have just investigated it a little bit more than I did. I just figured out it's fine. That's just how the car is. I think if you're used to owning modified cars to some extent, sometimes there's some odd smells here and there, and you just kind of get used to them after a while. But this one I should have probably investigated a little bit more than I did. So go ahead, guys, like the video, comment, subscribe, laugh about it, show your friends. I thought it was kind of ridiculous, and it's one of the more ridiculous videos I've ever done. Just in the heat of the moment, I whipped out my camera on my phone and just started taking a video as I opened the hood, and that's kind of what happened. I really wasn't planning to, videotape that today, but that's just what ended up happening. So with all that said, guys, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.